Is American democracy truly representative if most legislation is shaped by lobbyists? At its core, democracy is supposed to reflect the will of the people. But in modern American politics, a troubling disconnect has emerged between public opinion and legislative outcomes. One major reason: lobbyists. Lobbyists, individuals or groups hired to influence lawmakers on behalf of corporations, industries, unions, or interest groups, play a massive role in shaping policy. In 2024 alone, over $4 billion spent on lobbying activities in Washington, D.C. That's more than the GDP of some small countries. While lobbying is technically legal and even protected under the First Amendment as a form of petitioning the government, critics argue it has evolved into a legalized form of influence peddling. Wealthy interests can hire armies of lobbyists to draft bills, flood lawmakers with data and often donations, and advocate for narrow priorities that benefit the few, not the many. The result: many pieces of legislation are drafted or heavily influenced by industry insiders long before the public even knows they exist. Consider bills regulating pharmaceuticals, energy, or technology, often shaped behind closed doors with corporate input, while public interest groups struggle for access. Polls show that most Americans support common-sense policies like universal background checks for gun buyers or lowering prescription drug costs. Yet Congress routinely fails to act. Why? Because the will of the voter is often drowned out by the financial clout of lobbying groups. So, can we call it representative democracy if most voices aren't represented at the policy-making table? Until campaign finance reform and lobbying transparency become more than buzzwords, American democracy will continue to function, technically, but not necessarily for the people. This video has been brought to you in part by LLC and CorporationsPlus.com.